taken and this is what was found, but they have or have had. So they don't necessarily have 21 open accounts right now and they owe 21 different companies or anything of that nature, but they have. Now, when I say that, I don't want you to go out and get 7, 8 more accounts. If you're looking at your credit like, oh man, I only got 14 accounts, I need to go out and get me 7, 8 more accounts. Don't do that. This is probably people that have had credit for quite some time. So you need to have a strategy. You can't run out and get credit all over the place because also these peoples have low inquiries. So if you have a bunch of inquiries, you know that hurts your credit score. It's going to hurt your credit score. So you don't want to go out and get a bunch of accounts at one point or in a short period of time because that makes you look risky. That will bring your credit score down. But this just happens to be one of the characteristics of these people that have good credit. These people also happen to have they have a good debt utilization ratio. So that debt utilization ratio is under 30%. So that's good for them as well. The people also have 4 to 6 credit cards. Now, I don't even suggest that you necessarily have that because I always say know thyself. You got to know yourself. If you're going to get 4 to 6 credit cards and you know every time you walk past or drive past the mall, you're not be able to resist going in there and buying something, then you're a person that doesn't need 4 to 5, 6 credit cards. You just need 1 or 2, maybe. And one of them probably should be in a block of ice at home so you don't get to it. So you got to know yourself. If you're going to use that credit card to the max, I just told you somebody give you $1,000. They give you $1,000 limit. You want to think 300. But 300 is not going to do it for you because you know you need that $990. So I'm telling you now, know thyself. Don't get yourself in a world of hurt trying to deal with credit. And so that's also a characteristic of people that have high credit scores. Of course, they have 100% on time pay history as well. And then one of the last things, they have a good mix of credit, the kinds of credit that they have. So they have revolving, which is your credit cards and whatnot. And then they also have installment loans too. So your cars, mortgages, student loan is an installment loan, maybe in a personal loan with the bank. They have all of those things in common. So you take those things, doesn't mean that that's going to be the path for you to get to 800 credit, to get to an 800 credit score. Doesn't mean that that's going to be your path to get there, but these are just some of the characteristics, and I wanted to give you that information so you know what you'll be needing to do. Because a lot of us really think minimalist, and it makes a little sense. You think, okay, and I just need 1 or 2 credit cards, and I should be fine. Absolutely, you should be good with 1 or 2 credit cards. As long as you are responsible with using them and you keep that debt utilization down, you'll be great with those. I'm just telling you that 4 to 6 credit cards for these people, and it doesn't mean that they hold a balance. Let me mention this last thing. I was supposed to be getting out of here 3 minutes ago. Let me mention this last thing. You do not have to hold a balance on your credit cards, okay? Just to get a bump in your credit score. You do not have to do that. So make sure if you've got credit cards, what you don't want to do is close them. If you come with that windfall, or you're going to take your tax returns and say, forget all of these credit cards, I'm finna pay them all off with my tax return. If you're going to do that, then don't close those credit cards. The older they are for you, the better that is for you. All right. So don't close those credit cards. That's one thing you don't want to do. But you can absolutely pay them down to zero. You can have a zero debt utilization. I'm personally looking forward to my zero debt utilization. I don't care what the credit score is. I don't want to have to pay somebody every month $20 here, $150 there every month for this credit card debt. So I'm telling you now, make sure that that if you're going to pay off cards, don't close those cards. And then also, don't let the credit card company close them on you either. So if you got a card you haven't used in 2-3 years, it could be in jeopardy of them closing that card on you. So maybe you want to go buy a tank of gas and use that card. Pay it off right away if you want to, if you had that card for a long time. But Make sure that you don't have any of those cards closed, because that length of history, which is really your average length of history, is very, very good for you. All right, but you do not have to hold a balance at all to keep a good credit score at all. All right. So look, that's what I got for you guys today. Thank you for coming in and tuning in to the 800 Credit Score Man show. I have absolutely no idea what we're going to be talking about next week, so I'm going to enlist your help right here. Contact me. Send me an email, 800 creditscoreman@gmail.com. Drop me some topics, something that you want to hear for next week. I would appreciate it. That'd be cool. But if you don't, then I'm going to come up with something, and we're going to have a good show next week as well. Just that one hasn't been planned out as of yet. All right, so come back to me. You know how I got to do before I get out of here. Kobe, Cameron, and Carter, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm out.